What will be the impact on the Indian economy if every Indian earns rupees 4 lakhs per month? So it looks to be very interesting and then surprised, and then it is really something it is going to happen. So it's wonderful thing. But as you see, our five fingers will not equal. Like that, each person attitude perception will be different, thinking process will be different. Uniformity may not be achieved in getting the equal incomes, but certainly when I looked into the younger generation population, so it was amazing that 65% of the people are below 35 years of age. When I looked into 18 years to 35 years, it is really 600 million people, 60 crores people. So out of 147 crores, 60 crores is something if they are going to achieve, if they have real enthusiasm or passion, earning money, and then there are different sources of earning money platforms are available. So if one understands the logic of passive income, certainly he is going to achieve the target. If not, every individual earns 4 lakhs, even 60% of the population earns 4 lakhs in course of time. So that will be really interesting and amazing. The economy of the Indian will be something great. I think I have prepared all the slides in a sequential order that is going to explain, and then from the introduction part to, and then what is the present Indian economy status, and then how we are going to achieve the things. So let me go into the details of the slides. We see only the billionaires of the country and how could achieve the same, and we will be wondering and reading their success stories. The percentage of billionaires are as of now 169 only of 2023. So when we looked into the disparities levels, so billionaires and then have-nots, so it is not matching at all. One side we have all the wealth has been accumulated among few individuals. So unequal income, so that is going to be very, the disparities in income levels are increasing day by day. One side we see the billionaires and the other side we have nots. So it is not matching, and it is a uh, greatest concern of everyone to be addressed. It may be very difficult for every Indian to earn 4 lakhs per month, but certainly they may earn substantial money if they understand the logic of the passive income. So we should not lose the hope. Hope and then optimistic way of thinking certainly help us in gaining substantial amounts. Income from one source may not be sufficient to meet our expenses, but we need to learn about passive income, which can be tenfold, even sometimes 20-fold. It is the mindset of the individual, so on how to earn. We have dreams. So the dream of earning 4 lakhs every Indian should come true. It is not a difficult task to earn money, as we see a positive side to it. Certainly it will reduce the disparities, as we have that only 10 people of the population, 10% of the people have the accumulation of wealth, and every Indian gets nearly substantial income every month, then India will be on the top of the world map. As of now, it is equally competing with the developed nations. We are emerging as world leaders in strong economies after the COVID disaster. Many developed nations could not take the proper measures, and we have taken in India by manufacturing our vaccination in record time and giving vaccination free of cost. The other countries are doing extensive research to find out the economic stability of India. So it is something interesting because the world people are watching us. They are doing a lot of research on us. We supplied emergency medicine to many nations. We have proved our strength in healthcare and set an example to other nations. So let me tell about our banking system. Our banking system proved to be the best among all the developed nations. We have seen very recently the Silicon Bank has collapsed very recently in the US. The Indian banking system is the best banking system in the world. Unlike the developed nations, every individual in the country respect the banking procedures and pay the installments on time. So we need to congratulate our RBI. Our RBI is very strong enough to monitor the inflation and income flow. We see, I think everyone, whenever you ask everyone, they say that they are doing software jobs. We have seen even in the recession, Indian software employees did not get much effect. Whereas all the developed nations have cut down the employees by giving pink slips. We are strong in many ways, but the wealth is accumulated among few individuals. We need to address this issue effectively. It can be rectified. Everyone earns substantial money. So let us discuss about the positive aspects of the Indian economy. After independence, it took 58 years to reach $1 trillion GDP mark. Then it took again 12 years to achieve second trillion dollar. Thereafter, only 5 years to achieve third trillion dollar. This rate will further accelerate as the digital revolution and transformation of every type of activity at a national scale. So we are very fortunate about the growth of our Indian economy. From 2021, unicorns, the startups, successful startups, we say, executed the largest number of real-time financial transactions globally, a staggering 48 billion. This was three times greater than China and six times greater than US, Canada, France, and Germany combined. Now we discuss about the foreign direct investments. So India growth to date has been driven largely by domestic investments. Last year, India recorded its highest annual FDI inflow of $85 billion. And the inflow may be expected to cross $100 billion as well. India FTA has increased 20-fold since in the year 2000. Hopefully, in coming years, the FTA investments may even cross 500 billion in the next 10 years, making India by far the world fastest growing destination for FDI. So, as we were distinct right from the beginning, disparities, the incomes are not equally distributed in India. Only 10% have the wealth. The worst sufferers, the middle and upper class people, are the victims, and it has been neglected group in the society. They are the worst sufferers of inflation with meager salaries, unable to compromise with their children education without losing self-respect. Their agony was known to everyone, but it is never addressed. Now things are changing with rapid economic development in India. Everyone is conscious of earning and how you can see the positive side of these groups doing fairly well and willing to compete their other counterparts in having stable income. So it's a really a good sign. So everyone is busy with online. Now everyone you see Most of the time they will be spending online. They are wasting their valuable time by simply responding to unnecessary messages with WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube. Everyone feels that uploading on YouTube you can earn money easily, but the fact is different. We need to fulfill certain conditions. Even when you write reviews in Google Maps, they will be awarding points, but not any kind of financial support. It means we are spending our time only to help to achieve their success. The mindset of the people changing drastically, and now they are realizing the importance of time and as well as money. The concept of online earning with the trusted platforms, unicorns, is you should not waste a single minute, and that a single minute you need to earn in this competitive world. Let me talk about our strong education, strong foundation of education in India. Ambedkar rightly said he wanted the people to cultivate the values of freedom and equality among themselves. It is possible only through education. He regarded education as a means to reach the doors of light and perception, to remove regions of darkness and ignorance. And then what Ambedkar said, the quotation has been proved to be correct. Many of our Indians' origins are on top leaders of the world. One being very recently, Ajay Banga has been appointed as the president of the World Bank for a 5-year term. He is the first Indian born nominee to the World Bank. As president role, he has studied in Hyderabad Public School, Ramantapur, Hyderabad. We are very fortunate to see such people. Now let us talk about future scope. Many developed nations prefer only Indian software engineers. Why? Just because they know their caliber, sincerity, and hard work. We see every year lakhs of our children are going to other countries to pursue higher studies. This phenomena has been giving good results, and they are investing in India and the Indian companies and in real estate. No doubt by 2050, we will be emerging as top leaders of the world in all aspects, and it is going to happen certainly. As Indians have all capabilities and will certainly showcase their talents. The most effective way of bringing in passive income is educating people. It has said by Jess Van Den. So now let us talk about youth aspiration and recession. Our youth in particular want jobs from 9 to 5 p.m. or what we referred as white collar jobs, as they wanted to work regular jobs as software engineers. We have seen after COVID 19, many prominent international software companies are sending employees abruptly by sending pink slip emails. It did not affect much to us. India has plenty of opportunities and they can stand on their own legs by doing alternate jobs on par with the present jobs. So the recession did not affect Indian software companies or people, those who are working in software companies. Inflation. As you know, the inflation is at all time higher from April 2002 onwards. The higher inflation in pulses, cereals, milk, vegetable and personal care products. And apart from the petrol and diesels, you know very pretty well the price of petrol and diesel is crossed 110. It is evident that once petrol has and diesel charges increases, we can find all the essential items and transportation has increased all time high. It is very difficult to match with the inflation. The present income, the whatever the salaries we are getting, it is exactly not matching with the price rise. So we need to look into alternative incomes. So we talk about alternative income generation options. No one is happy with inflation, and living will be very hard. We used to get 400 per cylinder. Now the cylinder rate has been increased to 1200. All the essential commodity rates have increased tenfold after the COVID. The salaried person is unable to cope up with the present inflation and earnings. The earnings will be hand to mouth. He need to think alternative earnings to match with the present inflation. The answer again, so, trusted online money earning website, unicorns, which certainly meet or balance our income goals. We need to be careful in choosing the right platforms. So let us talk about our CEOs. We are proud of our CEOs. We are all proud to see most of them are of Indian origin, and we share their success stories and share them among the other groups. We never realize that all the online platforms are managed by other countries, developed countries owners only. And surprisingly, their CEOs are from Indian born. Now we looked into a ray of hope. So, what is that ray of hope? We could see after 76 years of independence, tremendous progress. Now India is on the cusp of creating several thousand entrepreneurs. Surprisingly, for every unicorn that rises, we will see the birth of dozen of micro unicorns. India is already the world's hottest ground for new ideas. Out of 70 districts in India, nearly 670 have at least one registered startup, wishing us to earn on par with billionaires of the country and make India wealthy. We need to do smart work. We need to execute the idea, plan, and then action in perfect manner. Our needs to be smart in spending time. If you do it alone, it will be very difficult to achieve the desired income levels. We need to be smart work and help others in order to get unbelievable passive and continuous income, which is very easy to achieve. We need to understand the concept of it and let us be part of their and our success. A smartphone is enough, and inexpensive data mixed with aspirations. Simple. Smartphone, inexpensive data mixed with aspiration. You need to have aspiration. Make the most potent mix to transform a nation. The digitally enabled India journey is just beginning. You can only be financially free whenever your passive income exceeds your expenses. By T. Harv Eker. Lack of money is the root of all evil, George Bernard Shaw said. What Buffett quotes, if you don't create ways to for passive income, you will never be able to achieve the financial freedom. So we need to understand so the importance of passive income and then smart work. It is possible only with proper idea and then planning and then action. So that is going to achieve very good results. Miracles bound to happen. So as we said in the introduction, so our younger population is 65%, and then 63 crores people are in the age group of 18 to 35. If every Indian earns a substantial income per month, 4 lakhs, as determined to achieve the target in years to come as indicated, we all see no country will not with proper food and water, and every Indian will contribute their mite to the world of their 1% salary. earn from with their smart work. And then we don't see any have-nots, not only in India, anywhere, any part of in the world. The present Indian per capita income, net national income at current prices for 2022-23 stands 1,72,000, according to estimate from the National Statistical Officer. This marks an almost 100% increase from the per capita income in 2014. So it was 86,647. If everyone earns 4 lakhs, it will be 1,000 folds. Unimaginable. Unimaginable. So I think so this is bound to happen. It should happen, but we should be happy about that. Now, India per capita income will increase tremendously, and very hard to see any disparities in income levels as we are seeing now. India will be the world third largest economy before 2030, and thereafter the world's second largest economy by 2050. In purchasing power, so purchasing power parity, we say PPP, India's share of global GDP will be the worth 20% by 2050. Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. As Mahatma Gandhi said, we should not be greed, but we need to earn to satisfy our needs. Finally, so I would like to conclude. It is true that the millionaires of the world can contribute 2% of the remarkable possible solution. It is true that millionaires of the world can contribute 2% of their wealth to the cause of providing nutritious food for the needy. As per the latest estimates, nearly 4.2 crores people are living without proper food and water. We need only $6 billion equivalent to 45,000 crores for 4.2 crore people. This has been disclosed by UN organization as per the World Food Program Director David Beasley. So what I mean to say here is, if everyone earns, if they can contribute 1% of their economy, we don't see any disparities, and then we don't see needy people, and then we don't see any have-nots. So the world, not only India, the world become so unimaginable position, and then everyone will be happy. So that may be impossible task, but it can be achieved gradually, substantially, and then definitely it is bound to happen. It should happen, and then our younger generation should feel happy and prosperous, and then so that's what we would like to see. Thank you very much.